In 1987, Carol and James McGregor encouraged their son to leave school in pursuit of his dreams. They simply wanted Ewan to be happy, but their faith paid off massively. After studying at Perth Repertory Theatre and Guildhall School of Music and Drama, alongside the likes of Daniel Craig and Alistair McGowan, Ewan landed a leading role in Dennis Potter's made-for-television musical comedy Lipstick on Your Collar. Then, shortly after making his film debut in Being Human, McGregor performed in Danny Boyle's thriller Shallow Grave, which won him an Empire Award and led to his international breakthrough role. In collaboration with Boyle once more, Ewan shaved his head and lost 30 pounds to portray heroin addict Mark Renton in Trainspotting, garnering him worldwide critical acclaim. His career line reached even greater heights when he landed the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars prequel trilogy. But what has Ewan McGregor gone on to do since his days as a wise Jedi Master? Well, let's find out. This is Star Wars Where Are They Now Episode 7, Ewan McGregor. If you were to ask someone to list the 10 things they loved about the Star Wars prequels, there's a good chance they'll mention Ewan McGregor's performance as Obi-Wan Kenobi. In the shoes of one of the most beloved and integral characters in the entire Star Wars saga, McGregor had to treat the role with a great deal of respect. Whether it was his multiple spectacular lightsaber duels, or the fact he took very special care to closely resemble the mannerisms, speech timings and accent of Sir Alec Guinness's version, Ewan's dedication to the role was second to none. In addition, the dry wit and humour that he showed, especially in times of stress, was nothing short of fantastic. Fans loved his performances as Kenobi so much that they are clamouring to see him don the Jedi robes once more in the rumoured Obi-Wan spin-off movie, which McGregor is open to. I'd very much like to do one too. I think the story between episode 3 and episode 4, I think there's a story there. I think let's see Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, if there is one. The one that bridges my Obi-Wan Kenobi and Alec's Obi-Wan Kenobi, because there's I don't know how long he's in the desert there, but it's going to be 20 or 30 years. However, his eagerness to once more portray Kenobi was rewarded in 2015, when he recorded a line for Rey's Force Vision in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Although a return to the galaxy far, far away would be fitting for McGregor, it's not a career move he necessarily needs to make. His success away from Star Wars began in the early 2000s, when he began his own production company Natural Nylon alongside fellow actors Jude Law, Sadie Frost, Johnny Lee Miller and Sean Pertwee, with the aim to produce innovative films that did not conform to Hollywood standards. Following the group's first movie Nora, Ewan took on the challenging role of young poet Christian in Baz Luhrmann's musical Moulin Rouge. As a result, McGregor was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor and a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast. Since then, Ewan has gone on to perform in many blockbusters and critically acclaimed films, such as Black Hawk Down, Big Fish, The Island, The Ghostwriter, Beginners, Haywire and The Impossible. Furthermore, he will reprise his role as Mark Renton in 2017's Trainspotting 2. However, it seems as if Ewan is not just content with being one of Scotland's most successful actors, he wants to prove himself behind the camera also. In 2016, on the 21st of October, McGregor's first directorial effort will hit US screens. Based on Philip Roth's Pulitzer Prize winning novel of the same name, American Pastoral will explore the political and social upheaval in the USA during the 1960s. Away from his successes on both the small and silver screens, Ewan has performed in his fair share of theatre productions. Most notably, he took on the role of Skye Masterson from 2005 to 2007 in the revival of the play Guys and Dolls at London's Piccadilly Theatre. As a lover of motorcycles, he and best friend Charlie Boorman combined their passion with charity work. In their 2004 documentary To Raise Awareness for UNICEF, both men rode their motorcycles from London to New York, covering over 19,000 miles and 12 countries. Then, in 2007, McGregor and Boorman chronicled their journey from John O'Groats in northern Scotland to Cape Town, South Africa. However, Ewan's charity work doesn't end there. He has also worked alongside Go Campaign and the Children's Hospice Association Scotland. In his personal life, McGregor is married to Eve Mavrakis, whom he met on the set of Kavana QC and married in 1995. Together they have 4 daughters, one of which they adopted from Mongolia. Are you surprised at all by any of Ewan McGregor's career choices since his days as Obi-Wan Kenobi? and let me know in the comments below what you thought of his performances throughout the prequel trilogy. Before I go, just because fun facts always equal fun times, here are 3 awesome facts about McGregor. Fact number 1. When Ewan landed the role of Obi-Wan, he celebrated the fact by dueling his neighbour with 2 lightsaber toys. Oh, his neighbour happened to be none other than Mr. Noel Gallagher. Fact number 2. During McGregor's proper lightsaber duels, he unwittingly made the classic swoosh and hum sounds, which had to be edited out in post-production. And last but not least, fact number 3. In 1987, during Ewan McGregor's year of drama in Kirkcaldy, he lived in student accommodation. Don't worry, that's not the fact. As it so happened, my very own mother worked in the same student accommodation at the same time. So, as a general assistant and someone who cleaned the complex, she regularly served Ewan his food and changed his bed sheets. From her encounters with McGregor, my mother says he was a down-to-earth and really friendly guy. I know I've mentioned that story once before, but I think it's just too cool to not share with you all once more. Anyway, to have your say in future Star Wars Where Are They Now episodes, head on over to thecarringkazans.com and get voting. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars related content, keep a look here to the Carrington Kazans. Although Jango Fett was killed off way too soon in Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, Temuera Morrison continued to prominently feature in the sci-fi series. Since Fett was a genetic template for every clone trooper in the Grand Army of the Republic, Morrison became the model for each CGI soldier. Furthermore, he acted and voice acted for such commanders as Cody, Oddball, Fire and Apple. He also lent his voice to Jango Fett's son Boba in the 2004 DVD re-release of the original trilogy. Temuera actually recorded his lines over the phone from Auckland in New Zealand to California. Aside from the Star Wars movies, Morrison has voice acted for Boss in 2005's Republic Commando, the Clone Troopers in Star Wars Battlefront and its sequel, Jango Fett in Bounty Hunter, and various clones in the expanded universe.